Hello lovelies, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube tutorial video and I am super excited. I hope by the end of this video you guys will be able to learn a lot from me. In today's video, I will be teaching you how to make a simple crochet top. This tutorial is going to be measurement based, so please get your tape. But I'll be giving you some hacks in case you don't have your tape so that you can still make this a very perfect fit for your body. In today's project, we're making use of a 3-ply yarn, a measuring tape, 3.5 millimeter hook, and a pair of scissors. You can use any yarn that you want, or you can use any yarn that you have, because this is going to be a measurement based pattern. So this is how I take my measurements. I'm going to wrap my tape around my bust and I got 36, so I'm going to make use of 18 while making the width of my top. Then next I'm going to take the measurement of the length of the top. Mine is 6 because I'm going for this crop top look. We're going to begin by making a slip knot. To make a slip knot, you go in with your thumb like this. Create an X. Insert both of your hands inside this loop. Pull up the loop. Or you can make a slip knot by using your hook. Place your hook like this. Create an X. Then yarn over. Pull up a loop. So for me, like I told you guys earlier, my bust measurement is 38, so I'll be chaining a total of 78 chains to achieve 16. Remember, I said I'll be using half of my bust measurement for this top because I want a backless kind of feel to the top. So to begin, like I said, I'll be chaining 78. If your top is if your bust measurement is 24, you chain 12. If your bust measurement is 30, chain 15. If your bust measurement is 38, whatever it is, just chain half. But if you want to have a full coverage at your back, you can go ahead and add 4 extra inches after you've chained. Sorry, I'm having a little problem working and filming. You know, this is my first YouTube video, but I'm going to try my best to teach you guys how to make this top. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. That means I have to chain more to get 78. I had 69, so 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. So let me show you how to measure your foundation chain. Wow, I think 78 was a bit much for me. Yeah, so I'm just going to reduce by 4 stitches. To begin this top, I'll go ahead and chain, to begin the first row rather, I will go ahead and chain 2 chains. That 2 chain will count as a double crochet. So chain 1, chain 2. So this, I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook in the 3rd chain. So if you're an absolute beginner and you don't know how to make a double crochet stitch, this tutorial is for you. I'm going to teach you how to make a double crochet stitch because we're going to be working with a double crochet stitch throughout this project. So to make a double crochet stitch, yarn over. Yeah, I think I should come closer. Yarn over, insert your hook, and you see, yarn over. So now we have 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 loops on the hook. So yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now we have 1, 2 on the loop. Then yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. That's how to make a double crochet. In case you didn't get that, I'm going to teach it again. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 1, 2, 3. So yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have 1, 2. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have just 1. I'm going to teach how to make a double crochet again in case you didn't get it the first and the second time. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull through. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's these 2 loops that we had here. Now we have 1, 2. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. So that's how to make a double crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and chain and make a double crochet till I get to the end of this row. Okay, I'm going to teach how to make a double crochet again because I honestly didn't get how to make it the first time that I tried making it. So I'm going to teach it again in case you didn't get it before. So to make a double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook into this loop, then yarn over, pull through. Now we have 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. So let's continue the project. You can see, you might notice that your project is beginning to coil like this. Do not panic. That's how it usually looks like on the first row. So just keep working. Don't panic that your project is not straight yet. Trust me, it's going to be straight by the end of this tutorial. Oh, when you're done working on it. Trying to get the center. Then we add the final stitch. This is how you know the final stitch. If you remember, this is your slip knot. It looks like this knot over here. This is your final foundation stitch. This is where you put your last stitch in. You don't put any stitch in this place, just here. Please don't put any stitch here, just put your last stitch here. So we're going to start with the second row. So quick information here, you know we chained 70. I don't think it's 78 anymore. Sorry. You know, we chained 78 and decreased by 4 stitches in the beginning, that's in the foundation chain. So we had 74 stitches. So while creating the first row, I told you guys that the first chain 2, 1, 2, this one we did here. I hope you can see it. I told you that this first chain 2 counts as 1 double crochet. So the total stitch that I have right now is 75 stitches. So by the time I'm done with this second row, it should equal 75 stitches. I don't know if you get, let's say you chained 20 as your foundation chain. By the end of the first row, you should have 21 stitches. If you chained 50, by the end of your first row, you should have 51 stitches. And that 51 stitches is what should reoccur till you've gotten your desired length for the top. So I'm going to start the second row. The second row is just like the first row, but it's a bit tricky for some people. Yeah, and if you're a beginner, it's going to be a bit tricky for you as well. But I'm going to try my best to explain it in a way that you understand. So to start our first row, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. So this is where it gets a bit tricky, and this is how to avoid making a mistake. Now let me go closer to my camera. This is the chain 2 that I just made. 1, 2. So if you look at it from this angle, we have 1, 2, 3, and we have kind of like a V shape. So if you look at your project at the moment, you'll notice that you have a V shape on top. So you're only expected to insert your hook beneath the V shape. Then this is the tricky part again. This chain 2, you're going to insert your hook, skip this chain 2 because like I said, it's a double crochet. So you're going to skip this chain 2 and yarn over and insert in the third chain. Notice the V-shaped part is where you're going to insert. So to start our second row, yarn over like you normally would, pull up a loop. Now we have 1 2 3 because we're making a double crochet. So chain 1, sorry, let me go over that again. We have 3 1 2 3, so we yarn over, put through 2 loops, yarn over, put through the remaining 2 loops. So yeah, I think that's how to make a double crochet in case you've not gotten a hang over it. So we're going to repeat this first step till we get to the end of the stitch, like till we get to the end of the row. So we're going to yarn over, insert your hook beneath this V-shaped, I don't know if you can see, insert your hook beneath this V-shaped, yeah, like insert your hook, yarn over, sorry, trying to make this as clear as possible, and make your double crochet. So you're going to repeat this step throughout till we get to the end of the row. Sorry if I'm a bit fast, but I'm going to try and slow down a bit so I can show you guys in case you didn't get it the first time or you didn't understand how I explained. I fully understand that anybody that will click on this video is an absolute beginner, because this is like a beginner top, so you might have not crocheted before. So I'm going to start this process again because I really want you to understand and I want to see pictures of this top by the end of the day. So to create your stitch on your second row, yarn over to this V-shaped part, then turn like this. You can see there's a hole beneath the V-shaped part. So insert your hook, then yarn over, pull up your loop as you normally would for a double crochet, then yarn over, put through 2 loops, yarn over, put through the remaining 2 loops. So let's continue. Now we are at our final 3 double crochets. So make a double crochet like you normally would. Now we have this double crochet and this chain 2 that we made earlier. Remember I told you that this chain 2 stands for a double crochet. So we're going to make a double crochet into this double crochet underneath, and I'm trying to, I don't know if you guys, I'm trying to make it. We have these 2 chain 2 that we did underneath, so we're going to insert a double crochet in the first chain. Sorry if that was fast for you. Now see, we have 2 chain 2. This is one. Sorry, now we have our chain 2 beneath. This is 1 2. So you're going to insert, yarn over, insert your hook into this first chain, then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. So now we have 75 stitches. So remember, I told you this is a measurement based work, so you shouldn't have 75 unless maybe we have the same gauge or we have the same bust measurement. Why I used a smaller hook is because I'm not really a fan of like you can see now, there are holes in between the stitches, so but they're not really that pronounced. Some people like to have a lot of spacing between their stitches, but I'm not really a fan of that. So if you like having a lot of spacing between your stitches, you can use a bigger hook for your 3-ply yarn. Maybe you can use a 4mm hook or a 5mm hook. As long as you measure yourself, you will still get the same outcome that I'm going to get when I'm done. Thank you. We're going to make the 3rd row. The 3rd row is just a repeat of the 2nd row. So to start the 3rd row, chain 2, insert your hook into the 3rd stitch. Then make a double crochet like you normally would till you get to the end. If you're finding this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Just insert your hook and make a DC. DC is short for double crochet. Make a DC in every stitch till you get to the end. You're going to repeat this row. you get to your last stitch, we're not going to be placing a double crochet in our chain 2 over here. We're only going to be placing a double crochet in the DC beneath the third row. Reason is that we inserted a DC in the first stitch and also a chain 2. So if you add another double crochet, in these 2 chains, you would have, like, let's say you have 56 in your second row. If you do that in your third row, you're going to have 57. So to check and know that you've not made any mistake, you can go ahead and count your stitches again. We're going to repeat our third row till we get to our desired length. If you measured yours and yours came out as 6 inches or 7 inches, you have to proceed to make yours to 6 inches or 7 inches, or if you want yours longer, you can make yours 8 inches, 9 inches, 10 inches. Just do you, basically. So I'm going to repeat row 3 again, that's as row 4, so you guys can see it. Then I would walk off camera and come back so you would see my finished piece. For row 3, chain 2, skip 1, 2, and insert your hook on the third chain or the third stitch. Then proceed to make double crochets till you get to the end. I don't know if I'm to explain how to make a double crochet again, but I will try. Yeah, just yarn over, insert your hook into this hole, go through, and yeah. So we're back to the end of the row, that's row 4, and I'm just going to make double crochets like I have been doing. So remember, I said so as to not have multiple stitches, so as to not have more stitches than what you had in your second row, you're going to skip this chain 2. You're going to skip this chain 2 space. You're going to skip this chain 2 we made earlier in row 3 and insert your hook in the double crochet beneath. And that's all. That's all for row 4. So just repeat row 3 and 4 till you get to your desired. So I'm done with my project. This is 6 inches. I'm just going to place it here and get a stitch marker to indicate. For me, I would want my strings to come off here, so I'm just going to put a stitch marker in between those 2 places. I'm done making my body. Let's check the measurement. This is 6 inches. 6 inches. So if you decide or you don't want to place your project over your body to determine where to put your strings, you can do this hack that I usually do, and it works all the time for me. Just take off 3 inches. So take off 3 inches from the end. I'm going to use a yarn because I don't have a stitch marker. To check how accurate this is, I'm going to count from here. This is where I placed it on my body. So this is the part where I placed it on my body. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 wait 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. On this stitch 13. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you can see that it works. So if you don't want to place your project against your body, you can just take off 3 inches from each side of your work and you still get accurate measurements for your strings. So I wouldn't like to keep my work like this, because for me this is too basic, but this works as well. If you're okay with your top looking this basic, you can leave your project and just make your strings. Just fast forward to where I teach how to make your strings. But if you like being a little bit extra like I am, you can go ahead and create picot stitches above here and single crochet stitches, because I just like having a clean work, then picot stitches beneath. So I'm going to show you how to make picot stitches. To start the design, just chain 1, put a single crochet inside here. If you don't know how to make a single crochet, insert your hook, pull up a loop. Now you have to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's how to make yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's how to make a single crochet. So just make 2 single crochets. Oh sorry, I already have 2. Make a picot stitch, insert your hook into this V-shaped stitch below, then pull up a loop. Instead of pulling up another loop to go through like you would for a single crochet, just pull this loop through your first loop stitch. So chain 3, then repeat your slip stitch. So make 2 single crochets, then make 2 single crochets in the next 2 double crochet stitches. Make a slip stitch into the third double crochet stitches from your picot stitch, and make 3 chain. Go ahead to make 2 so I've gotten to where I put my stitch marker. I told you I was using a different color of yarn, so just push that aside. And for me, I'm going to have to place a single crochet in here. If it's a picot stitch that you have, by the time you get to your stitch marker, it's fine. Place your picot stitch. So I'm going to repeat this process till I get to the end of the row. And that's how you make a slip stitch. So we're at the end of the row. I'm going to go ahead and place 2 single crochets in the remaining double crochets on the previous row. Now I'm going to insert single crochets at the side of my work. Remember I told you I want to have a clean finish, so I'll chain 1, then insert my hook in that first single crochet and make a single crochet. Then I'm going to place 2 single crochets in each double crochet across. I hope you guys can see. Let me zoom in a bit. So just go ahead and place 2 single crochets in each of the double crochets across. That's if you're doing this border thing with me. Funny thing, yeah, I recorded this and I didn't know that I recorded without audio, so I'm having to do a voiceover. So my voiceover might not match what I'm doing, but just look intently at the screen, you would see it clearly. So we are the second to the last double crochet. Now we are the last one. Place 3 single crochets in the last double crochet. I've placed 2 now, so just place 3. As you can see, I have this end here, so I'm going to try and hide it as I walk. So insert your hook in the first, then make your picot stitch. It's just repeat what you did in the first part, but how you're going to be able to tell how to like find those holes to place your stitch in is by looking at that place that you made your foundation stitch earlier, then placing it beneath those double crochets that you made in the first row. I hope this is clear enough. So just place 2 single crochets, then make a picot stitch as you did in the border on top, and that's all. Let me zoom so you can see clearly what I'm doing. So insert your hook in between the first foundation stitch you made, like beneath your double crochets, in between the first foundation stitch you made at the beginning. Just insert and make single crochets like you did at the top, then make your picot stitch. So I'm going to walk off camera now, then I'll meet you at the end of the row. At the corner where we made the chain 2 as a double crochet, so I'm just going to place my last single crochet in it. Then I'm going to place 1, 2, 3 single crochets in this double crochet. I'm going in this first double crochet, then I'm going to proceed to place 2 single crochets in every double crochets by the side. I'm trying to walk as close to the camera. I noticed that it wasn't clear before. So it's just the usual like we did at the other side. And now at the end, so make a single crochet on the first single crochet that you made earlier on, then chain 1 and cut off your loose end. Yay, we're done with the top, and wow, it looks really beautiful. The next step is to make your straps. To make a strap, like for me, you remember I used a different color of yarn for my stitch marker. So just insert your hook, then detach your stitch marker. I did it this way so I don't miss. where I'm supposed to place my hook up. So the next thing you do is to pull up a loop, and bring it out like that. Hold both strands together, pull up a loop, and chain one. Make sure to chain the short yarn, the shorter strand together, so you don't have any loose ends. Then make your chain as long as you would want it to be. I really didn't count mine because I find that really stressful, sorry guys, but I think a chain of 400 would be enough for you. You can do 500 depending on how long you want your straps to be. So just make chains till you get to your desired length. Okay, I'm almost at the end. I think I've gotten my desired length, so I'm just going to chain and cut. Sorry, I did this off camera. I didn't know. To make your second strap, pull out your stitch marker, then insert your hook, pull out a yarn, the shorter strand like you did earlier, and go into that same stitch. And pull out a loop. Yarn over, make a chain. Make sure you yarn over both of the two yarn that you have. This is so that you don't have any loose end at the end of your stitch. Then just go ahead to make a long chain as you did for your previous strap. The next thing we're going to do, which is very important, is to hide our loose ends. So I really don't know how to explain this part, but just watch what I do on the screen and do the same as well. This is going to make your work look neat, and it will be very hard for someone to unyarn your project. So once you're done, take your scissors and cut off the loose end. Now, we are done. This top looks absolutely gorgeous. I had so much fun making this. I hope you have so much fun making this as well. I would really love to see so much videos or pictures of your work. I'm really interested in making my videos better. So if you have any advice, please leave them in the comment section below. And also, if you have any questions, please also leave them in the comment section, or you can reach me on any of my social media handles. Thanks for watching once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in my next video.